Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's BlackStarXero. Just call me Zero.
That's how we're bringing it in. That's how we having the energy this time around. You feel me? So we're gonna start out of One Piece. After One Piece, we're gonna get into some Boruto, and then I do believe towards the end we're gonna have a discussion about the anime awards, right?
Yep.
So that's what we're doing. Real structured, you know what I'm saying? Real planned out. You feel me? So with One Piece, I have two things I really want to kind of get through, really talk about. And then after that, the rest of the One Piece floor is yours, so to speak. You feel me?
Right.
And by that, I mean, obviously, whatever's on your mind, you can throw at me. Damn. You know what I'm saying? But, cool. So.
Just edit that out.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course. I've got 100, you feel me? But, yeah. So, real quick. The one from 11:49, you know what I'm saying? Before I even get to 11:50, yeah? From 11:49, right? when man say they feel like Gonko is Imu's daughter, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that?
Right. So when I was operating off the Japanese leaks, I was more rocking with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I was more rocking with that.
With the idea that Gonko is Imu's
daughter.
Okay.
I never took it as far to say that's flesh and blood.
Okay.
You understand? I was more thinking of, we don't know anything about Imu. You understand? So it's possible Imu could have just taken up this J and raised him, and Gunko refers to Imu as father in an adoptive sense. Didn't seem too strange to me.
Right.
Now, not so much.
What do you mean?
Not so much.
Why?
Once I had the full English and I could read the English text next to like the panels, a different story was put before me.
Really?
Yeah. So now I'm not really rolling with that one.
All right. Cool. So in regards to the whole father, her saying father in that local panel, right? Who do you think it's referring to then?
Right.
Because obviously, of course, in the One Piece streets, you feel me? There are generally men who feel like it's either it's either Imu or it's Brook. You feel me? And I'm not even gonna lie to you, both of them are as well. Like each one is
each one's wild. You know each one is a wild thing.
Each one is very wild.
Each one's wild, but there's no panel of Imu and Gunko. But there's a panel of somebody that looks like Brook.
And
she knows Brook.
Facts.
You understand?
And that's
so
kind of
that gives far more credence to Brook being the father than than Imu.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's where I kind of sit with that right now. I'm more leaning towards Brook. Remember, when we first brought it up, I was like, I don't see Brook having a kid.
Yeah.
For all the questions that come up with that. You understand? How old is Gunko? When did all that happen? Why does Gunko still look like a teenage girl? You understand?
But boy, I can't ever lie, right? For a point 4, Imu being Gunko's father, why does Gunko still look like a teenage girl? She does have the immortality thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know exactly whether or not that stops your aging at the point at which you receive it. You feel me? Even if that is the case, hear me though, even if that is the case, right? The way she physically looks, it still is a far cry from the Gorosei, who themselves have dead ass been alive for hundreds of years. You feel me? So that's why the idea of it being Imu's daughter, I don't really rock with, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it being Brook's child, I don't know. Like, you see what you said about Gunko being Imu's child by way of like adoption or something?
Yeah.
When I think about the possibility of Gunko being Brook's child, I think of it through that lens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking like Gunko is Brook's biological flesh and blood. Yeah. You feel me? I'm more so feeling like, okay, cool. It's like you either adopted Gunko or more likely than not, Gunko is the child of one of Brook's former friends. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where my mind is at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
very possible.
Perhaps Captain Yorkie, although I feel like Captain Yorkie is post the point that we're seeing in the flashback with Brook. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like Captain Yorkie would be post that. You know what I'm saying? And like you correctly said off mic one time, right? There is mention of Brook once being a fighter for
battle
some type
convoy,
of battle
captain
convoy,
or something like that.
So if it's through that lens, perhaps Brook at one point used to be fighting for the Celestial Dragons as a part of some type of army.
Possible.
You know what I'm saying? As some part of army, like some type of army. And obviously Brook was brethren with a nigga, and that nigga's father, and that nigga's the father of Gunko. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's how Gunko came into contact with Brook when Brook was already a full ass adult at a time period where she would still be a jit. And if he adopted her, then that would be why.
But see, that's the thing about it as well. Because in the panels, you see a older looking person as well. And the one that says father is by that older looking person.
So
she's crying.
The older looking person is crying.
The older looking person's crying, and it seems like they're screaming father, right? Then you get the next panel, which is basically the silhouette of Brook and, well, we say it's Brook because he has a flipping afro. Has an afro on a sword, right? Next to the child and music notes, right? So that's afro, sword, very lanky, music notes, is Brook.
So at present, right now, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously we're going to wrap up my 2 thoughts there on One Piece, you know what I'm saying? To give you some time to breathe on it, you feel me? But so at present, right now, with everything that we've just said, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we've kind of held the facts for both arguments pretty well, you know what I'm saying? We've kind of we've given Imu the idea of Imu being her father, pros and cons, and we've given Brook the idea of being her father, pros and cons. You feel me? So what that lets me know is, at present, it's still up in the air. That panel is still very much up in the air. You
leaning more towards Brook.
Leaning more so, slightly
definitely
more so.
leaning more towards Brook, but it's not conclusive because there's tons of other scenarios that are possible. You understand? The silhouette I'm referring to might be just Brook and a younger Gunko, but it's not nothing to do with father. You understand? The father she's screaming could be somebody else at a later point. You understand? There's loads of shit.
The fact that you mentioned like there's another individual in the panel and it seems that father's being said by this person, that already throws a wrench into like the goings-ons in regards to Brook being the father. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
you understand? It's very inconclusive right now.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Based off that, I just wanted to spitball some ideas with you, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously everybody in the One Piece streets is doing it. But that's my thoughts on One Piece right there, you know what I'm saying? What did you want to tackle with it? You feel me?
Right, so, well, we kind of just covered, I think, the length and breadth of one aspect of what I was going to talk about. Anyways, you understand? So that being Brook and them.
It was pressing shit, man. I couldn't really restrain it.
Yeah, I get that. You understand? So the other ideas I've talked about, like, so does Brook have a child? Did he abandon the child? Did he believe the child was dead?
Word.
Because again, in the same panel, this is why the English, it's good to just be able to read the shit. Because another thing that it sees is Brook saying, what is it?
Direct quotes on that.
Direct quote, sorry. So it says that, well, it's my dream to be a pirate.
Brook saying that.
Well, that's on the panel with the silhouettes. Brook, the child, the music notes, that text is on that panel. So it seems like he's saying to the child, you know, I've always wanted to be a pirate. So maybe he's giving his reason why he's leaving.
Why he'd be leaving.
Why he's leaving now. You understand? So he's done some Yasop shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You understand? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And ain't a bunch of ain't shit niggas, isn't it? Like, just like randomly leaving your youth all over the place.
When I say One Piece is filled to the brim with them, nigga, One Piece, bro, I'm not lying, it's filled to the brim with like just questionable ass fathers, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I say Roger really is about to die and said to his top up in prison, hey, raise my son. Cool, I guess.
So that doesn't mean that's an ain't shit point for him. That's a merit for him. You understand?
To each their own, we can agree to disagree. This nigga is never giving my child to the nigga that I know is my top up. I'm sorry. No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go on.
Right. So,
I put the up for adoption first, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, all right, cool. So the other thing now is, you know, the Elbaf library is on fire.
Word.
And I'm not going to dig too deeply into that, but I feel like Robin is definitely getting some Nam flashbacks. So I think that's why I said Nam first there, my brain kind of thing. Yeah. You understand? But I think Robin's definitely having some Nam flashbacks.
Yeah, from
she saw Saul got cut down and the library, the big trees burning again.
Yeah,
right?
From O'Hara.
But Imu said that the Holy Land is on fire.
What?
All right. So now,
exactly.
You understand?
So I know
who lit the torch?
Fuck it. We taking bets. We taking bets.
Who lit the torch?
We taking bets. You know what I'm saying? Who is it? On one hand, we have it could be Team Dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Revolutionaries and Dragon,
aka the Revolutionaries. You feel me? And on the other hand, it's the equally as interesting party.
Marshall D. Shiesty himself.
Marshall D. Shiesty himself, boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, either or, I'm down. Whichever one of them is attacking Marijuana, it's about time. You feel me? It's about time.
Exactly. To be fair, I feel like I don't really give a flip who's fucking burning it. Like,
I don't
you understand?
give a fuck who doing it. It's about time. You feel me? Though, cool. My question is, well, not really my question. If I was a betting man, you know what I'm saying, and I had to pick who I think is probably currently assaulting Marijuana, I'm going to say the Revolutionary Army. Not necessarily Dragon himself, because Mr. Man's probably somewhere sat down looking to the east right now. But I feel like the Revolutionary Army has started. Listen, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Revolutionary Army has actually started to mobilize now.
Yes.
You feel me?
So you blockaded them, you're starving them. The God Knights have moved.
You know what I'm saying? So now would make on a battlefield level, on a tactical level, on a strategic level, now is the perfect fucking time to launch an attack on the headquarters. You feel me?
Precisely.
Their primary fighting force is away on Elbaf. We've already blockaded them, starving the fucking normal populace of Marijois from food. So your populace are unhappy and your military are fucking away. Now is the perfect time, if the Revolutionary Army do fashion themselves or see themselves as a direct opposition to the world government, now is your time to launch an attack at the fucking heart of the fucking world government. You feel me? However, that doesn't mean it will be any less fucking interesting if it was Marshall D. fucking Shiesty. You get me? Because that would be him capitalizing on the dream of the nigga whose will he inherited. You feel me? That being Zebek. Because Zebek wanted to destroy the world. You feel me?
Just roll up to like Marijuana, like use the fucking growing on me.
And break that hoe down. You know what I'm saying? Bring that hoe down. Bring the gods down to the mortals. You feel me? So I'm like, boy, either group attacking Marijuana, like I said before, I'm fucking with it. Keep spinning. You feel me? Keep spinning. But between the two of them, I do have a stronger feeling or inclination. It's the revolutionary.
It makes more sense for the revolutionaries. Yeah, narratively, it makes more sense. Not, again, you know, what you said there about Blackbeard, it wouldn't be any less interesting if it was Blackbeard. But narratively, it simply makes sense for the revolutionaries to actually start doing something.
Especially when you think of the panel wherein we first even got our actual first silhouetted looking of the fucking gods Knights. You know what I'm saying? It was when Dragon was sat down and said, "Hey, if them man start if them man are deployed, shit's about to get real." You feel me? So I feel like if there's ever a fucking time for the revolutionary army to launch a meaningful attack against the fucking opposition, now.
I agree.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But cool. Quick and dirty. You know what I'm saying? Quick and dirty. That's me on One Piece. You wanted to add on anything else before we wrap this up?
The 1150 leaks, boy, but we probably won't have enough time to kind of cover that.
I say we save that for the next pod because truth be told, like the full 1150 leaks, like when it comes to 1150 leaks, there are things visually I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see Demonic Brogy and Dory. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the fucking hybridized Zoan form of IMU possessing Gunko. You know what I'm saying? At present, we don't have any of that yet. You know what I'm saying?
All we have
is like the text and notes. Whereas that is interesting in itself.
But you understand? So, but 1150 dropped some very interesting stuff. So even in relation to what we're talking about right now, you understand? So, for example, we're querying how the hell Gunko can't be working for IMU when we've just seen in 1150, allegedly, I'm just going off the leaks here, IMU can just like brand you with the Abyss mark against your will. You understand? So, again, for the next pod, boy, but 1150 definitely dropped some interesting stuff.
No, I mean, it's not that I'm not trying to engage with 1150 right now. I mean, no, I'm just explaining, right? It's not that I'm not trying to engage with 1150 right now. It's just, for me, I kind of need the visuals as well as the information. You feel me? Like, because I feel like the visual aspect of this is something that I'm going to be highly interested in, because IMU in any capacity is something that we've been trying to see. You get me? And
understand.
You feel me? And we've been trying to see that for a while now. So that's why I'm like, before I really get stuck into 1150, I want to see the visuals for it first. You feel me?
Sure.
But yeah, cool. Can't lie. So next pod, lock in 1150, perhaps 1150 beyond. You feel me? Can't lie at that point. Yeah. But that's what we're going to wrap up One Piece for now. Ski. Next up, coming up, the Young Lord, TBV Boruto. See you then. We are going to be talking about Boruto, Tubu Vortex. Man said Tubu Vortex, two blue Vortex. You get me? TBV, real Young Lord shit. So yeah, I'm going to pass it over to my dog Xero. You're going to spare the conversation, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So all yours, man.
All right, so
what we doing?
Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapter 22.
We locked in. I can't. Hey, before you get into it, bro, man said 22 chapters deep, and it feels like so much fucking ground has been covered, bro. I can't lie to you.
It does, and it feels like not enough at the same time.
Not enough at the same time.
It's such a weird fucking place for Boruto.
Quite the fucking little rock and hard place there.
Hey, you understand?
But yeah.
Speaking of.
Oh, God.
You understand? So, without rehashing the entirety of the chapter.
What?
You understand?
Yeah.
The main beats are that Jura turns up on the pitch.
Holly.
Right? So, he manifests through a clawgram.
Love that.
Ignores everybody else because he manifests right next to Mitsuki, Araya, Sarada, and Yodo.
Word.
Ignores the fuck out of them, even though Araya has what's his name? Ryu's Soul Thorn. Ignores him, beeline to Boruto.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
Boruto obviously saved Konohamaru from Matsuri in chapter 21.
L moves Konohamaru, not gonna lie, but yeah, go on.
L move coming up again because Boruto realizes that Jura's on his way, explains Wagwan to Konohamaru, and Buddy still sat there looking like a deer in headlights. He is pissing me off to the highest degree, my guy.
And I'm never gonna hold you, bro. I'm never gonna hold you while you know I fucked with Konohamaru. That's my dog. This shit, I can't defend. I'm not lying to you.
Man had to pick him up by the scruff of his collar and dash man across the pitch, bro. Like, Wagwan for you.
I'm gonna just let this nigga get on your head now, bro. You get me? I'm sorry. I'm gonna just let this nigga get on your head now, because what the fuck was Konohamaru doing, bro? What the fuck was that? But yeah, go on.
Yeah, listen. Credit to you, right? Boruto even said it, right? That the double big Rasen gun that he used to take out Matsuri did a lot of damage, right? So he ain't like he ain't worth shit. But seriously,
Nigga, you ain't
lock the fuck in.
100%. You ain't conclusively closed out shit, my nigga. You have not once conclusively closed out a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, I'm a nigga that will, like, I'll give you grace.
Bro, I was giving Konohamaru all the grace in the beginning. Ugh. You understand? Especially when the anime was going on. Because, like, you understand? He was looking forward to seeing Konohamaru's growth.
In the beginning, there hasn't
been any.
In the beginning, you're so, like, I don't want to spend too much time on Konohamaru here. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, you were surrounded by other niggas that shine brighter than you. You know what I'm saying? You next to Naruto or Sasuke at any one time when they're still active, what the fuck are we worried about Konohamaru for? Now was your time to step the fuck up and lock in. You feel me? Anyway, we will not stay on Konohamaru for too long. Yeah.
Right. So, main takeaways.
What?
Jura and Boruto throw hands.
Okay.
Right?
That's the part that everyone's locked in for.
That's what everybody's
Can't
looking
lie,
for.
S-tier fucking hand swapping.
The young lord managed to get 2 clean hits off on him.
Facts.
Yes, and I respect it.
And I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
You know anybody else should have probably done some damage.
Forever throwing up numbers, bro. I can't fucking lie. Like, high or low since TBV started, that nigga has been throwing up numbers in every fucking way, bro.
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, alright, man, let him cook. Go on.
Hey, but it's a first time for everything, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? And that seems to be on the horizon right now. Cool. So,
alright.
Boruto is Juro. The Rasengan does nothing. Hits him with a UZUHIKO.
By his own words, UZUHIKO.
Yeah. Hits him with a UZUHIKO. And it didn't work the way he wanted. You know, Jura explained that, you know, the principle behind the UZUHIKO, is similar to the tail beast bomb or the Bijou bomb that they use, right? So it's able to nullify that. Okay. So now we kind of come to the rock and the hard place, then, because there's fuck all Boruto can do at this point. You understand? Jutsu don't work. You can't physically overpower him. You can't run away from him. And you can't use flying riding to get away. And even if you could, that leaves everybody else in a very dangerous position. And Juro's not stupid. You understand?
I wanna speak about the UZUHIKO here real quick.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So the UZUHIKO, right? Is it what it does depends on how it's used. Because, for example, right, when he uses it by his palm and directly applies it to a motherfucker, that's where they get the whole spinny head thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Disorientation type shit, right?
Right.
When he used it against Hidari, he shot out an actual fucking like tornado of fucking wind.
Right.
You feel me? So that kind of makes me think, okay, cool. I don't think
UZUHIKO is still a Rasengan, so you're supposed to get the whole spinning.
Yeah, but that's what
anyways.
I'm saying, right? But the reason I'm a little confused about the using of the technique, which is it? Like, what application of, like, it being used is the way it's intended for it to be used? Is it directly applying it to a motherfucker like we've seen with Code and Jura, or is it whipping a motherfucker in half via like a tornado like we saw Hidari? You get me?
True, but all right, cool. But couldn't you also say then that it's a very versatile technique in that it can do?
I'm not saying it's
it
not.
can debilitate or
like,
it can destroy.
I'm not saying it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not it's a versatile technique, I can give it that. You know what I'm saying? Because you've seen it used in two different ways. But the point I'm trying to speak to, I suppose, is cool. Whereas, you know, the intended effects for the Rasengan, right, is for it to be directly slammed into a nigga, right? Or, for example, let's use a Rasen Shuriken, right? You can directly apply it to a nigga, but the best use of the Rasen Shuriken is for it to be thrown.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's what I'm asking in regards to the UZUHIKO. Like, we've seen it used in 2 ways, but which of those 2 ways is the actual intended purpose of the UZUHIKO? You know what I'm saying? Is it best used when applied directly to a nigga via the palm? You know what I'm saying? Or is it best used when I'm just ethering a nigga by just tearing his body apart? You know what I'm saying? Like a traditional Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I suppose that question was in my head regarding the UZUHIKO, and I would appreciate it if it was elucidated at some point in the future.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're going to need to, because here's what. You can't introduce the young lord's seemingly best attack. Ain't nobody got a better Rasengan than that, seemingly. And then the current big bad of the series, you're going to say, yo, that doesn't work on me.
Because I'm like,
it doesn't work on me. Like, that don't make no fucking sense.
And hear me, the reason that shit had me looking from left to right is because, don't get me wrong, like, when he said the statement, when Jura said that shit in the panel, right, I was scrambling. Nigga, I was fucking scrambling because I'm like, wait, what do you mean it doesn't work on you? I saw it work on Hidari, and you and Hidari are both divine trees. And that's when I kind of had to take a step back and be like, maybe the nature of you man being divine trees is why it worked on Hidari, but not you. You get me? Because whereas Jura is the 10 tails. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I inherently understand anything to do with nature, energy, all of that shit. I am the 10 tails. Hidari is born of a claw grind biting Sasuke.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm like, maybe that's why, but at the same time, it's like, cuz regardless, it doesn't change the fact that at present, the best tool in the fucking skill set that we have at present Nigga just said it doesn't work.
Just nullified it. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't work. So
I'm like,
I have my theories on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I have my theories on that. I don't think we have too much time to kind of dig into that, really. You understand?
Yeah.
But I have my theories on why, you know, it didn't quite work on Jura and what to expect from them. Because we're either looking at an upgrade to the UZUHIKO,
which I kind of feel like it's damn near guaranteed. You have to now.
You understand?
Have to now.
Right, cool. Or a situation whereby you need to set it up a certain way.
Cool. Right? As a matter of fact, you know what? Because we won't have enough like time in this segment to really have like the back and forth we're trying to have on this particular point, I won't really hit back on it. But yeah, not gonna hold you. It not working against Jura throws a lot of shit up in the air, because I don't think that I don't need to tell you or the viewers or anybody that's tapped the fuck in with TBV that Boruto is currently the best fucking option we have against anything Divine Tree.
Right.
You feel me? So for the ace in your fucking toolkit to not work, nigga, holy. The only other person now I can think has a sliver of a chance, and I said sliver for a reason, is Sarada. You know what I'm saying? And that's by way of Orihume. See, fuck, man. See, Bleach. Man said Orihume, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I know that feeling.
Trust me, right? And it's only by way of that, and even that, in and of itself, in isolation, isn't enough for me to mean, like, is it enough for me to think you can even remotely throw meaningful hands against Jura? You feel me? So with Boruto out the way, well, not out the way, but with the best technique that Boruto has,
the best tool in his box,
you know what I'm saying? Being ineffective,
it's now a blunt instrument. So
that a blunt instrument,
you know,
fire. You know what I'm saying?
The best tool in his box is now a blunt instrument. What do we do?
What the fuck do we do? Because the only other nigga we can think that can do some shit right now is Sarada, and she's sleeping with bleeding eyes. You get me? Aside from Sarada, we have Mitsuki.
No.
Cool. Konohamaru.
No.
Cool. Fucking
Araya and Yodo? No.
Nigga, we don't even know if Yodo's still gonna be among us, bro. You feel me? We don't even know if Yodo's gonna still be among us, bro.
That's high facts. We don't have time for you.
Yeah, we don't have time for you today, though.
So,
yeah.
Here are the points I want to kind of like really look into, right? So, it's floating around. Jogan or Karma? Which one do you see more likely?
Jogan or Karma?
Karma.
Because we've seen nothing about the Jogan up to now, and that's kind of to fucking Boruto's fucking detriment. And by Boruto, I mean like the franchise.
The franchise and the fandom, bro. Because why the hell did you introduce him? And it's not like, oh, it's manga exclusive. No, it's in both.
We've seen it in the anime.
It's in both.
We've seen it in
You understand? Even in the fight with Momoshiki, that shit was there and was key. So it's like, oh, Boruto doesn't have the Jogan? Get the fuck out of here. Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Shut that shit up. Like cold pardon, nigga. You feel me? It's just, it's kind of the detriment to Boruto because you haven't really introduced the shit correctly. You feel me? So that's why at present I'm disinclined to feel like now out of nowhere with no proper setup or foreshadowing we're gonna see the fucking reveal of the Jogan. You feel me? It's far more likely that we're going to see the return of the Karma and by extension Momoshiki. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Because obviously he has been in the fucking background of the fucking shit post time skip.
Lingering around like a bad stink.
You feel me? Post time skip, and now when my back is pressed against the wall, very fucking Naruto-esque when Kurama will come and help him. Now's probably the time where, of course, I'll be in a different nature. Like Momoshiki ain't coming to back your beef the way Kurama would come to back Naruto's. You feel me? I'm trying to take over the body, and that's a wrap for you, nigga.
Trying to take over the body and
I'm saying
ice everybody around.
That's a wrap for you, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
So obviously, how that's gonna look once that happens, I don't know. But at present, right now, how the last chapter ended, the next chapter, it's not unfeasible if it's like, yo,
I really ain't got no choice.
I ain't got no choice. TBV Boruto, I'm going to use the fucking Karma and let Momoshiki potentially gain some fucking control over my body. Get me? Is that great? No. But you know what isn't great? Letting Jura destroy the world.
Facts.
So, hey, you feel me?
You know, so, as I said, between a rock and a hard place.
Rock and a hard place, bro. You get me?
Literally.
Fuck.
Right. Last thing before we close out Boruto. All right. So, we just discussed the Karma or the Jogan. We went with Karma.
What?
Right? Do you see the potential for somebody else to kind of turn up and assist Boruto, a la Mitsuki or Konohamaru, because they're the only fighters left in proximity, in any kind of proximity.
Boy,
bearing in mind,
there's a nigga that can fly in the verse. Don't forget.
Who?
There is a nigga that can fly. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Hear me, right? Hear me. He is currently having the fucking nerfing undone. He is currently having the nerfing undone, right?
Sure.
And Boruto notwithstanding, Sarada notwithstanding, I know who are currently here on the pitch. It still makes more sense for him to be the one to pull up and save some shit if it's gonna happen. Because there is no other way for you niggas, for the niggas assembled, to be able to meaningfully affect this situation by your own writing. You feel me? The UZUHIKO didn't work. Sarada's asleep with bleeding eyes. Mitsuki's Mitsuki. Konohamaru's Konohamaru. And fucking like the Sanduo or the Sanduo. I'm sorry. You feel me? So if there's gonna be anybody that's coming out in the 11th hour on some split screen, I'm gonna save you shit. I'm as much as I kind of don't want to admit it, it's that nigga. The other nigga with the karma. The other nigga with the karma that can fly. Okay. You feel me? Him being able to fly kind of justifies how you can get from point A to point B so quickly.
I mean, that might be because with the full karma unlocked, with Ishiki's full abilities unlocked, he can probably like create portals and shit like that.
So I'm like, in terms of writing, he's already perfectly positioned to be able to get from wherever the fuck he's at to here immediately. You can sense Boruto. You feel me? So it's like, cool, if there's gonna be anybody. I was gonna say Kashin Koji.
I don't think you have to sense Boruto from where he is right now.
If Boruto activates the fucking karma, I feel like he's gonna be able to sense Boruto. You feel me? Because obviously don't forget their karmas resonate. You feel me?
Sure.
And it's like, cause if there is anybody right now that should be able to get from wherever the fuck they're at to currently where the fucking engagement is in lightning time that we've seen, probably Kawaki.
Fair
of
enough.
course, a nigga like me could make arguments like, hey, what if Kakashi rocked up? We ain't seen that.
We're not seeing Kakashi. We're not talking about that.
You know
Here's why I brought it up real brief, right? It's because of the fact that we lost Matsuri and Ryu in basically the same fight in the same chapter.
And you already know how I feel about that.
Exactly. And I feel like it's less likely for Matsuri to be out the game at this point still, right? I mean, I can dig into that another time if necessary, but I don't feel like Matsuri's off the pitch.
We won't dig into it now, but for the purposes of this discussion, I will say I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like Matsuri's written out the story completely yet. You know what I'm saying? I won't unpack why right now, but I also agree with that statement.
Right.
You feel me? I also agree with that statement.
So in summary, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 22. More of this, please. More like this, please. You understand? I don't know what I'm going for the fights that were happening in the previous chapter just didn't hit like this. More of this, please.
S tier hand swapping, bro. Like even in the panels. Even the
panels. More like this, please.
You get me? S tier hand swapping. Not gonna hold you. Fire shit. Niggas eating. Streets is eating. You feel me? Anything else to add on to Boruto?
Nah, we're good on Boruto.
We straight off Boruto. Then, of course, until next time we talk about Boruto, but right now, we need to wrap up with the anime awards. You get me? Come on, we tapped in. Man, I'll see you in the next segment, man. Love. I hope you are feeling good by the time that we come back to this point in the pod. If you're still rocking with us, like, subscribe, comment, stay locked in with the gang. You feel me?
We really appreciate it.
Come on. But yeah, anime awards. Once again, I'm going to have my dog Xero spearhead it. You get me? He's more tapped in with this part of the culture than I am. So the floor is yours, my dog.
Right. So Crunchyroll Anime Awards 2025.
Word.
Yeah. Solo Leveling swept.
Yeah.
13 nominations. It won 9.
God damn.
Yeah. Including Anime of the Year.
Whoa.
Best Action. Whoa. Best Main Character.
All right. Best Action kind of valid. But go on.
Best Character and Best New Series. You know, and a few others.
But those are the important ones, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, nigga.
My question is it valid?
I'm on answer.
You've seen season 1 and season 2. You've seen the breadth of Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
Neither of us have finished the manga.
Yeah.
That manhwa.
Yeah, hey,
do you understand?
Hey, nigga.
I caught myself.
Hey,
don't come for me. Don't come for me.
Nah, fuck that. We right, but yeah, go on.
Anyway, so valid or overhyped?
Right. Do I feel like the accolades that it achieved in the awards this time around are valid? Right, cool. Well, give me the ones that matter again, and I will tell you point for point whether or not I agree.
Anime of the Year.
Anime of the Year. As somebody that hasn't seen its competitors, and by its competitors I mean I believe it's like Frieren and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Frieren. I haven't seen those. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen those, so I can't speak to them.
Okay.
I have seen Solo Leveling, right? And I can say, in terms of when you're watching it, it definitely feels like the fucking like the best anime of the year. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like animation and visuals, it definitely feels like something that's being treated like it's the best anime of the year. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If that kind of makes any sense, because I have nothing to compare it to because I haven't seen them yet. And I'll be happy to like spin back around to this discussion in the future when I have seen its compares. You get me? But best anime of the year, I don't have anything else that I could throw up to say no, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that's valid. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's valid.
Much like you, and I'm hearing whispers that the Frieren Mandem, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Frieren.
I mean, if I'm not, you're welcome to get at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me
so I hear them man are kind of up in arms about that.
Yeah,
you
so they feeling like
it being like the best.
They feeling like it's overhyped. Yeah, they're saying it's overhyped.
I haven't seen it much like yourself, so I cannot speak to that. So if you tell me that you feel like Friends a better anime than Solo Leveling and it should have won, bro, I will take it. You understand?
I'm not gonna
but from what I saw from Solo Leveling, it was good. Would I necessarily call it anime of the year? Probably not. But my criteria for anime of the year is probably different than what they used to judge it.
And that coupled with the fact that for me, I genuinely just don't feel like there's anything else that you could throw up to say, hey, this is anime of the year instead. You get me? Like, I'm sorry, this isn't. You get me? But yeah, go on.
Yeah. Best action.
Okay, I'm sorry, gang.
You only won that shit because Dragon Ball wasn't included.
I mean, there's that. God damn it. There's that. You know what I'm saying? Long live the goats. You feel me? But listen here, nigga. Right? I have a multitude of feelings about Solo Leveling, but I'm gonna keep this a hundo. The hand swapping in that shit is fire. Nigga, anytime, what's his name? Igris? Anytime Igris on screen, that's my dog. You feel me? That's really twin. That's my favorite character in Solo Leveling.
Igris.
You know what I'm saying? That's my dog, bro. No words, just smoke. No words, just smoke, bro. I pull up, I smoke niggas, I leave. I rock with that. You feel me? And I can't lie. Anytime the niggas on screen, we eating. Visually eating, bro. I can't lie. Visually eating. And not gonna hold you, him, Igris, and the set versus the fucking
the Ice Elves?
The fucking Monarch nigga. The Monarch.
The Monarch, okay.
The electric Monarch nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, listen. Scope, gravitas, you know what I'm saying? Severity, all of that was perfectly there. You feel me? Bad boy engagement.
So well crafted then, yeah?
Well crafted engagement. Okay. Bad boy engagement. You get me?
All right.
Beerus, we won't even speak on that. But like Beerus speaks for itself. But yeah, go on.
All right. So we had best main character. This one I feel like you're capping on.
Yeah.
This one I feel like you're capping on.
Not gonna lie.
This was just vibes.
Not gonna lie. Like, I feel like they're capping it out on that one there. And I feel like I've already spoken to you off mic about why I feel like you can't really give that accolade to Solo Leveling. Because if I ask any nigga that likes Solo Leveling, who anybody outside of Song Jin-woo is, you would have maybe 2 minutes worth of things to say. If even that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I dead ass know for a fact. If I ask most man who watch Solo Leveling right now without it in front of you, give me 5 other names outside of Song Jin-woo without mispronouncing them. Which shows that you've been paying attention to some of these characters. You couldn't do it. Not you, but like a lot of these men couldn't do it.
Daihe.
Like, my bad. Including you. Transparency. I love it. You get me? Transparency.
I got one.
You get me?
Daihe.
You get me? The fucking bro. Chai hey nay, bro. You get me? Chai hey nay. You get me? The blunting. You feel
All right,
me?
cool. I'm fucked up because I'm talking about her and you got her full name. Who the fuck is Daihe?
See?
Who the fuck is Daihe?
You see what I'm saying?
Cool. Anyways,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
best main character, cap. All
you know
cap.
What I'm saying? It's like
all cap.
Best main characters. I don't know, but best main character, objectively, he's the only character that matters. You know what I'm saying? In your own show. And that's not a positive for the show, that's a negative, if I'm keeping it real with you.
But the show is called Solo Leveling. It's all about him.
It's called Solo Leveling. It's not called Sung Jin-woo. You feel me? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You get me? But yeah, go
on. And the last one I really cared about was like best new series.
Best new series.
So I think this is the one that had the fan man them up in arms.
Best new series. All right, cool. I can't say best new series. You know what I'm saying? But I can't, like, there's nothing else I can throw up to say this series is a better example of a best new series. You feel me? So the reason I can't say it's the best new series is because the way I look at a series is through the lens of like world building. You know what I'm saying? World building, hand swapping, character development, that type of shit. You feel me? And Solo Leveling has hand swapping and character development in spades. You know what I'm saying? Hand swapping whenever Song Jin-woo's on fucking map, and character development for Song Jin-woo from episode 1 by the time episode 3 rolls around. You feel me? And onwards. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, for those 2, you're fine. The other 3, I can't give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And you need all of those for me to say you're the best new series.
Fair enough.
You get me? That's how I feel about it.
All right, cool. So in total. In totality. No, I wasn't going for that. It's something else. Anyway, fuck it. Let's not waste time. Yeah? So, in summary, overhyped or valid?
I wouldn't say, I feel like calling it overhyped is hating. I feel like saying overhyped is hating because it has notable engagements in it, and the engagements in it are good looking. The hand swapping is fire. You feel me? It has notable engagement, notable niggas you can remember. Beerus, the fucking Ice Elves, the Monarch nigga. You know what I'm saying? Igris. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that got turned into Tank. You feel me? So I'm like, decent looking engagements, none of which look fucking bad. So I'm like, you can't say it's overhyped because those engagements look fire. They visually look hard, and you like watching the niggas rise. You feel me? Cool. So for all of that, I would credit Solo Leveling as being something worth watching. Saying it's overhyped, that sounds like hating to me.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's enough there going on for you for it to work, like, garner your respect. It might not fucking tick every single box for you, depending on the type of anime watcher you are. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely enough there for the package to be valid as fuck to anybody that likes anime.
True. And I'm looking forward to season 3.
Facts.
Right. So, my favorite anime last year, Dandadan, it actually won best opening, obviously. Otonoke slapped. It slapped so hard. I don't know what the fuck, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, for the first 5, maybe 6 episodes, I was up and dancing every fucking time that shit was on screen.
Fucking opening.
You know what I'm saying? Otonoke slapped way too hard.
The minute I heard it, I was like, bro, you watch. This is gonna be one of these openings that people come back and look and watch for on YouTube just for like the vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Just for the vibes,
and sure as shit, that shit is on like multiple of millions of views right now. You feel me? Just the opening alone. Fire shit, man. Fire shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, here's a question. What's the difference between best opening and best opening sequence?
That I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
But it won both of those accolades. I'm just kind of confused. What the fuck are we talking about?
You know what? Maybe the opening is literally opening for the anime, and the opening sequence would be like the build-up of episode 1. You know what I'm saying? So by like the end of episode 1, that would be your opening sequence. Is how I look at it. So there's the opening, for the anime.
I mean, I don't understand the criteria. I get what you're saying. I don't really understand the criteria. So I just found that odd. Best opening and best opening sequence.
Like I don't quite understand the criteria they're operating on.
Unless they were just going off like the song being the opening and the visuals being the opening sequence.
I don't think that's what
you understand. Like I really don't understand the criteria there, but whatever.
I don't think that's what
he also won best character design, and I think that's probably from Okurun when he turns into like Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
Possibly. You understand? But then again, Aira's transformation isn't terrible. And if you're looking forward to season 3, the next guy's thingy, I said for him running around his underwear. But the Cyclops looking form he has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That also looks pretty cool. So yeah, Dandadan definitely has some very cool designs there. So I'm not mad at that one winning best character design.
And definitely unique ones. I can't lie. Like Dandadan definitely has like a unique animation.
The thing I like about it is like nobody looks stupid or goofy. I allow it in One Piece, but I really hate when like characters have this very 1970s weird. They have this weird like buck teeth and weird. You understand? Like they're very weird proportions. Like One Piece is One Piece. That's for ha-has and giggles. I can take. But like if everybody else looks normal and then you like shite.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. If I can give you an example, you remember Gundam Age?
Yeah,
the first season, right? So you've seen all the mechanics from like Gundam and all that. They just look like everybody look like normal people. The main character like normal people. The captain, the ace pilot with the white hair, what's his name? Wolf. Yeah, all like normal people, right? But then you have the mechanic and it's a short, rotund, done with like green hair. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. Like, why do you have him just looking so weird? You can have chubby people, it's fine, but why did he look so weird? Like his model and everything. You understand? So
I feel you.
You understand? So,
you know what I'm saying? So like a pet peeve when it comes to like
which is character design,
ways of animation.
Yeah, you understand? So it's like but yes, I'm glad it doesn't have anything like that. Everybody just looks relative to each other. You understand? Next question: should Demon Slayer have won best continuing story over One Piece and Bleach?
No fucking way, bro. No fucking way, nigga. Ain't no fucking way, nigga. Are you dumb? How can Demon Slayer win best ongoing story and One Piece is still ongoing? Like, I really want niggas to understand that, bro. It won best ongoing story, and one of its competitors, the story's literally still ongoing, bruv. You get me? Demon Slayer. You know what? I ain't gonna ruin it for you niggas, yeah? I'm just gonna say it's kind of crazy that Demon Slayer is getting awarded for...
That you won that over Bleach.
That you won that over Bleach as well.
You won that over Bleach.
I'm never gonna lie, bro. The fact that you won that over your father, because like Demon Slayer is one of the children of Bleach. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you won that over your father, when niggas know what the fuck the Return of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc has been doing, core by core, let's be so serious, bro. Let's be so serious, bro. Every single core from fucking the 1,000-Year Blood War arc keeps niggas talking for at least 3 months post. You know what I'm saying? At least 3 months post. By comparison, Demon Slayer is alive via anime edits. No shade. No shade.
And the last arc we got for Demon Slayer, because now we're going into a movie, right? The last arc we got, only the ending really slapped. Because like 9 out of whatever is like them training. And then you all just had to like jump Muzan right at the end.
Oh my god, bro! I wish you didn't remind me of that, bro. Because
you understand?
Now you're gonna piss me off. That you're really trying to tell me that's competing against One Piece and fucking Bleach, my nigga. You feel me? You're trying to piss me off. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's I'm like, all right, man, cool, whatever. Best ongoing story, One Piece is still ongoing, and Bleach is literally your father. 1,000-Year Blood War arc. What the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we still talking about? But yeah, go on.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, so those are the main points I kind of want to cover over it. Like, I couldn't go through everything that got awarded and nominated, right? So, we've shit talked some of these series, fair enough. Some of them we never seen, and I probably never gonna watch a few of these that got mentioned.
And I reserve the right to not want to.
You understand? Like, perfectly fine, but still, what I want to say is congratulations to all the winners out there. ReZero, Spy Family, AOT. You understand? A lot of them won different categories.
Again, even though I'm not the biggest fucking, like, I'm not AOT stand, you know what I'm saying? You mind getting your look in. For the ones of you that do love AOT, I can respect it.
I think it's something like cultural impact or some shit.
And that's why I'm like, hey man, to the man that love AOT, they really love AOT. You know what I'm saying? And there has been a lot of fucking discourse around it regarding its ending. So I'm glad that you man actually got your look in. You feel me? Like, regardless of the fucking controversy regarding its ending, it was still seen as good enough in the eyes of the fucking, like, industry for it to get the accolade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you man at least got your fucking look in. You feel me?
Sure.
100. Like, it's not my particular bag of tea. It's not really my bag, but congratulations. You know what I'm saying? To really reinforce what Xero just said, congratulations to, like, all of the man that I may not necessarily watch, but you still deserve your fucking space. You know what I'm saying? In the community. And I hope that your fan bases are eating. For real. You feel me? But that has been KTT episode 35. I have been Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's your boy Xero.
And that is the end of this episode. We'll catch you in the next one. Love.